Greetings, you noxious Grudians. I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG, where today we are opening this pack of Ravnica Allegiance, which was given to us by Max from Magic Fest Calgary, and I have no idea when that was. More than a few years ago at this point, I think. Surely, it has to be, I think. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I was in Calgary. I don't think I went to the last Magic Fest Calgary. None of this is relevant. Let's open this pack of cards. Great. First up.
Magic Fest Calgary was in 2019.
Okay. Well, there we go. Arrester's Zeal. Single white mana for an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Cool. Addendum. Let me just tack something onto that. If you cast it during your main phase, that creature gains flying until end of turn as well. That was the Azorius mechanic. There were 5 mechanics in this set, and the Azorius was casting instants at sorcery speed. Addendum, also flying. Shimmer of Possibility. 1 and a blue for a sorcery. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Yeah, sure. That's just, it's such a quintessentially blue doing stuff with your cards card that I'm like, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, there's nothing really funny I can say, but the art's cool. The reflections in the rain don't match up with what's happening above ground on the flavor text. Is there something peculiar about the rain today? I did like, broadly speaking, by the way, I did like that this Ravnica block was very clearly in the autumn. I thought that was really neat, getting to see, you know, autumnal stuff in Ravnica. Like, apparently, strange rains. Feral Maca. 1 and a red for a 2/2 cat. Oh, vanilla creature startles everybody. It's a 2/2 for 2. It's the end of the card. Okay. At time of recording, we're still on there has not been a vanilla creature since Strixhaven, so it's just jarring to be like, whoa, no rules text. Knight of Sorrows. Very cool art here. 4 and a white for a 3/3 human knight. It can block an additional creature each combat, because it's got a sword and a sensor, so, you know. Surely being clocked with a sensor would really smart. Also, it has Afterlife 1. This was the Orzhov mechanic, which is when this creature dies, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying, and the Afterlife number could increase. I don't think it got higher than 3 naturally. I think 1 was fairly common and 2 showed up a few times. I think there was a card with 3, but I don't recall. Maybe we'll find it later in this pack. But first we gotta get past the Plague White, which is no small feat. It's 1 and a black for a 2/1 zombie, and whenever it becomes blocked, each creature blocking it gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Each creature blocking it, as people learned the hard way by trying to multi-block this thing. Weirdly scary to block this creature. This was a good pickup. I ran this in a lot of decks. A lot of Rakdos decks it was very good in, because they didn't want to block it, so the Plague White gets through, and then you get Spectacle. More on that if we open a Spectacle card, but it's good stuff. Oh, more vanilla creatures. It's the Angry Pinecone. 3 and a green for a 3/4. It's Axebane Beast. That's what it does. It's a 3/4 for 3. The flavor text, imagine a gigantic pine cone that's extremely territorial and always in a foul mood, says Zoshmir Urban Huntmaster. That sounds terrible. Don't go in to the Axebane Forest. That's what that is, by the way. Axebane is that's a place. I learned a lot about the geography of Ravnica. Imperious Oligarch. White and black for a 2/1 human cleric. She's got Vigilance and Afterlife 1, so when she dies you get a 1/1 flyer. The rights of ghosts are strictly protected under Orzhov bylaws, and those who enforce them can count on the ghost's assistance. Surely, at this point, Ravnica is just absolutely lousy with ghosts. How do you ever get work done? Especially when the ghosts, it's like, well, I'm dead. I can just do whatever. I think they're surely the Orzhovs also have ways to, if they're protecting the ghosts. Surely also there are things that can harm the ghosts? I feel like Ravnica is where you want to go to die in the multiverse. Because then you don't really die, if you gotta die. Just quickly, just like, hop an Omen path, take a quick trip over to Ravnica, sign on with the Orzhov, and then leave. And then when you die, maybe your spirit shows up back on Ravnica? There's some fanfic to be written here, but I don't have the time. Instead, I'm going to read you Act of Treason, a card we've all heard of before. 2 and a red for a sorcery, gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap that creature, it gains haste until end of turn. Look at this guy's angry face. He's literally got like the Rakdos mask, but he's an Azorius knight. So it's treason then. Get the point. This is a good one. 3 black red for an instant, destroy target creature. Scry 1. Good stuff. Flavor text from Judith. Vraska sees the grandeur in death, but misses the hilarity. I like Judith as a fictional character. I don't think we'd get along if we like hung out. I don't think we'd hang out. I'd probably be the guy on the spinning wheel. Gyre Engineer or Gyre Engineer? I always prefer it with a soft G, like myself. Gyre, I don't know. They both sound good. What the hard G puts me in the mind of the Jabberwocky. You know, this engineer going off to Gyre and Gamble in Zonot 3 or wherever this is. Anyway, this Vidalcan wizard casts for 1 green blue. It's a 1/1 and taps for blue and green. Good stuff. If you could untap with this creature, that was great. Usually it would get killed very quickly because it's a lot of mana. Orzhov Racketeers, 4 and a black for a 3/2 human rogue. Not great. 3/2 for 5 up front, but wait, when it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. That never happened, to my knowledge. I wonder if there's arena stats on this. I would love to see how many times Orzhov Racketeers ever connected with an opponent. I would guess it's in the single percentages. Also, it has Afterlife 2, so when it dies, you get 2 1/1s. So, you know, ultimately, you're getting your value out of it, but could be better. Drill Bit. This hilarious drill bit. I got this great new bit for my show. This is a Rakdos card. Hilarious new bit. It's the drill bit. Hold still. 2 and a black for a sorcery. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Also, it has Spectacle, which I mentioned we'd talk about. You can cast this spell for its Spectacle cost rather than its mana cost if an opponent lost life this turn. And the Spectacle cost here is only a single black. So you attack with that Plague White, they go, oh, I don't want to block it, and then you can cast this for 1 and make them discard a card. Pretty cool. We've got a Frog Lizard token, an Orzhov Guild Gate, because of course the gates were back, and a rare and a foil rare. Holy moly. So our rare is Amplifier, spelled not the way it sounds. 2 red for a 1/1 elemental. At the beginning of your upkeep, okay, this is a huge paragraph red card, so pay attention. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature. Until your next turn, Amplifier's base power becomes twice that card's power, and its base toughness becomes twice that card's toughness. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. So you drill down until you find a creature, you put all those cards, including that creature, on the bottom of your deck, but Amplifier gets presumably bigger than a 1/1, unless you hit something with 0 power. But you know, if you hit Feral Macha, then the Amplifier is a 4/4 for 4. If you hit Night of Sorrows, it's a 6/6 for that turn. It's very chaotic in the way that red likes to do, but I would much rather pick this other red rare, the foil Electrodominance. X red for an instant. It deals X damage to any target. You may cast a card with converted mana cost X from your hand without paying its mana cost. Basically, we turn a bunch of little lightnings into one big lightning, says presumably Ral Zarek, or this is it mage, whoever, maybe that's Ral. It's hard to tell with all the lightning. Yeah, this card rules. Value-wise, this pack is worth less than $1, all combined, except for the foil Electrodominance, which pushes it over $7. So pretty cool. Also easily the first pick. It's just a very, very good and powerful card. Without that, I don't know, I'd be hard pressed to know exactly what to take first here. Get the point. Gyre Engineer, one of those cards probably, but I mean, Electrodominance is just, it's not Amplifier. It's not, I wouldn't pick first pick Amplifier. It's a weird one. So, yeah, hey, at least we got a very obvious first pick in Electrodominance. Big fan. So thank you to Max from Magic Fest Calgary. Very much appreciated. If you want to send us a pack, which you're not obliged to do, you can to the address on your screen. And as always, I want to remind you that everything we do here at Loading Ready Run is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Until next time, I've been Graham, Paul's been on tech, Matt edits these, Heather gets them online. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.